And a good Tuesday morning to you all. Another tranquil one. This is day two of the tranquil weather that we had. Now, yesterday it was tranquil, but boy, that wind was cold. My wife and I did a little shopping there on Upper Peach Street and going across the parking lots. Yeah, it was chilly, even though the sun had come out nice. It was beautiful sunshine. But man, definitely wanted to bundle up. Today, not quite as bad. The breezes aren't too bad for this morning. We're in Meadville right now on our live weather shot here from the roadways and the parking garage there. The weather in good shape for today. And overall, things are pretty decent out there. Gerard, let me give a rare look here of Wall Street. Gerard, whoops, would be good if I click the right one, huh? So it is. This is Wall Street, right across from the pharmacy, and yeah, it. I'm sure it doesn't make quite as much money as the real Wall Street on New York City, but we have some dry roads there, and again, tranquility really ruling for today. Excuse me, um, and just not a lot of wind. Let's head over to Conneaut Lake right now. Just seeing the first light of dawn here. Sunrise is about 10 to 8, so it does rise kind of late here. And looks like it's clear. Look at that, hardly any wind. And there might be a bit of fog, kind of hard to tell here. We can see across the lake pretty easily. But overall, looks like a pretty decent day for the region. And not much more I can really say about it. Temperatures around the area. Now we should be in the 20s right now, low 20s. Average low here in Erie for January 10th is 23, 24. So being at 30 degrees, we are still well above normal for this time of day. And while temperatures on the inland side have dropped in the past hour or so, as the clouds have thinned out, even down to 24 at Canada Lake, 25 Westmead and Linesville, you should be around 20 or certainly in the teens. So we are still ahead of the game despite it all here in the morning. And I thought I'd see overall more clouds with the combination of this frontal system out here coming down from Ontario and this little bit of overrunning moving across Michigan. I thought that would be more over us. But while there seems to be a decent coverage here, a lot of this just isn't reaching the ground. And what is looks like in the form of rainfall as some milder air is coming in. Weak low pressure, no big deal here. It's this low and this frontal system, coming out of California. A couple of storm systems here, nasty, as we do have some rough weather. This one in LA, this one coming into San Francisco. Sometimes you think of those cities as right next to each other, but they're about 400 miles apart. It's not like you just get in your car and now let's take a short trip up to Frisco there. 400 miles. I mean, it's farther than from Erie to Philadelphia. They are really far apart, both getting a lot of rain. We got some mountain snows here. And you say, oh, wow, that'll break the drought. It won't. Yeah, it's certainly providing some very nice short-term additions of snow to the mountains. On the bad side, though, there's flooding galore here, particularly in the San Fran area. And there'll be a good chance for some flooding here in LA as well as some of that rainfall. You can see reds there as we get this continuous mountain of or river, as they call it. What do they call it? A river of moisture, or something like that. And to some extent, even out toward Seattle, getting some good ones. Just look at all these low pressure systems here with this broad upper level low. Just a lot of rough weather. While here in Erie and Eastern, we're generally in a high pressure ridging with a little warm front in between here. It just can't really get itself going too much for the day. And overall, we expect some fairly decent weather for the day and over the next, certainly over the next 24 hours. The flow relatively flat, and that's not indicative of getting any real good storm systems going. But that trough in California finally makes its way into the mountain states. Even though we got a ridge here in the West Coast, still a lot of training of moisture. In fact, as we go into Wednesday, it really gets up into Seattle with some pretty good rain. So ridges, again, don't always mean good weather. That trough gets into the Mississippi Valley. So on Thursday, we are in the warm sector and some Gulf moisture gets tapped and is streaming northward. That'll give us some rainfall again for Thursday. And then by Friday, let's get a new Friday here. So here's Thursday, and going into early Friday, deeper trough there, and that means some colder air coming in. It's a quick hit, though, because it quickly goes toward the east by Saturday, and that means some chilly air for us, and good enough to allow that rain to change over to some wet snow showers. So who do we have for today? Hello to you, Adam Rowe. Good morning to you. Hey, Shelly, out there in the Corey area, 28 out there for this morning. Vicki Jones, good morning to you. Cindy Lee, hello as well. Nice to see you. Hey, Lori, coming sweet out there in Warren. Jen, good to see you as well. Got 29 out there at the Mercyhurst corridor. Kim, out there at Corey as well. You got 28, same as Shelly. Good to know you're both on the same page there. Lori got 26, clouds above. Enjoyed your hot yoga. Good for you, Lori. I'm sure it felt good on a chilly one today. Moxie Jim out there in the hills of Tennessee. Welcome aboard here. Oh, definite mudslides, Lori. Absolutely. California, some of the video there, some of the cities are just inundated with flooding that we usually see in the deep south or the Midwest from heavy storms. They're getting it out there. Hey, Phyllis, good to see you. Yeah, I think we'll see some sun for today, Kim. It'll be filtered. I don't think it'll be as nice as yesterday. Boy, the sun just blew out the clouds yesterday. You're welcome there, Cindy, anytime. But we should be able to see some sunshine there. Bob and Sue, a chilly 49 out there in Jacksonville. Good to see you this morning. And as we check out the forecast here, we're having some, again, mild weather. Thursday, we still could hit 50, maybe. We'll see. And hey, Ron, hello to you. Tell the lovely one I said hello as well. Good morning to you both, and glad to have you aboard for today. Sorry, Ron, no good shots over the lake for some good photo ops, but maybe, never know. You managed to turn, boiled cabbage into caviar with your nice-looking pictures there. Hey, Laura, good to see you this morning there, West Springfield. Nice to see you, and good morning to you. We have some sun and then some clouds on Wednesday. Thursday, by the afternoon, we are looking at some rain showers coming in. It changes over to wet snow at midnight. The biggest question really is how much snow will we get? It's not gonna get super cold, and the ground is still pretty warm, but there's still a lot of moisture. So it will be a wet snow. Temperatures will probably fall into the mid-30s. And the snow, I think, will be hard enough or intense enough where even though it's wet and the ground is, even though it's a wet snow and the ground is warm, I think we'll be able to get a couple of inches of snow by daybreak, at least in the grassy areas, if not anything anywhere else. The pavement, in the grand scheme of things, should be good for Friday commuters here, with temperatures getting to near freezing. I mean, road salt will work quite well if the snow does accumulate. So I'm not expecting too many travel problems on Friday. Friday night will be interesting. Temperatures will be below freezing, and there could be enough lake effect, where we could see a few inches of snow. Now, the last time I said that, it kind of dudded out. Had a couple of inches in Edinburgh and those areas. We'll see how this one goes. But I thought we'd at least get a little more here in Erie. That didn't happen. Maybe it'll happen this time. Saturday, leftover flurries, ridge builds in, And by Martin Luther King Day, Monday, we're back into the 40s. And hello to you. Hey, Jenny from Spencerport, New York. Spencerport. I have never heard that one. Let's see. Where's that at? Spencerport, New York. Let's see here. Zoom out a bit here. Wow. Oh, my gosh. You're near Rochester. Well, by golly, welcome to Lake Erie here. Glad you're coming in here, Jen. Hello to you, Michael Kane from Franklin Township. Yep, got some snow on the ground. Yeah, yeah, we'll see, Ron. We're not getting any extended cold snaps for some good ice dunes, but stranger things have happened here. Jan, good to see you. Thomas Wittrall, hello to you. Hey, Becky, 24 out there in French Creek. And outside Rochester. Bunny Hopper, good to see you. Whoa, it's 7:14. Where's the time going? I got to fly here, people. You take care. We'll talk to you tomorrow.